Good morning. It's Wednesday, live with Dr. JJ from the Anam, Cara Prayer Corner. A reading from Psalm 63. My soul is sanctified as with a rich feast, and my mouth praises you with joyful lips. When I think of you on my bed, and I meditate on you in the watches of the night. For you have been my help, and in the shadow of your wings I sing for joy. When we speak of the beginning of shadows, we're in so many shadows right now. The psalmist needs immediate help and protection. The psalm juxtaposes his physical needs for water with his spiritual thirst for God. And surprisingly, the latter dominated all. His body wastes from dehydration. His spiritual longing for God takes precedence. Hunted and afraid for his life, the psalmist remembers God's protection and loving kindness. The psalmist recalls God seeking God's power and glory in the sanctuary and longs for God. The psalm presents the ideas that longing is healthy, that thirsting for God's presence invites and brings God's presence, and that God's presence satisfies longings. In addition, God's presence, because of God's nature, always brings more blessing than a supplicant seeks. Think back to a time when we longed for God's presence. What was the catalyst that drove us to turn to God? And as the deer longs to the water, may our soul long after you during this season of Lent. Help us to seek your presence now, God, on this day. Amen.